Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're talking about Xbox. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Today we just got an announcement from IOI Interactive, the guys that make Hitman. So they are going to be putting the Hitman 3 Trilogy, the new games, all of them, on Game Pass when the new Trilogy edition launches on the 20th of January. So in like 8 days, you get all three of these games that I paid full price for day one free on Game Pass as part of your subscription. Now, me personally, I love the Hitman series, especially the newer ones. Now, they do... I mean, these games are definitely not for everyone, but the replayability of these games is unfreaking believable. So, back when the first one came out on PlayStation 4, and then, the PlayStation 2, you had Hitman 2 or whatever. So every time, the best thing about these guys is every single time they release a new game, they go back and they bring the old game forward. They bring up the visuals, they add in all the new stuff that they've brought forward. These guys are freaking phenomenal. If any developer out there deserves your freaking money or your support, IOI Interactive has been on point the whole time. The new generation of consoles come out, they bring it out, boom, it's already freaking upgraded for next gen consoles. They are bringing a whole new freaking year 2 support for this. They're bringing it's kind of like a rogue light type thing. Like, this is pretty cool. I highly recommend, if you haven't played these before, download this on Game Pass, play through the first 3 games, start getting a feel for this, because in spring or whatever, when this stuff starts to launch, and by the end of the year, you're going to want to know how to play this game, and you're going to want to be fairly decent at it. These games are fun. The replayability is insane. So you are about 70 gigabytes download space. Now I did a video the other day. I was actually playing around with this on the Xbox Series S while I was doing my checks. And you are getting 60 frames a second. You are getting beautiful visuals in this. So you are, if you're playing on Series S, you are definitely getting one heck of a freaking visual showcase with this. This game is phenomenal. I really love the way the IOI as a company does things. I do. They put out these games. They have plenty of options, plenty of different ways to complete these missions. So the replayability on these is pretty high. The challenge is anywhere from being casual up to like really hardcore. So, and the new roguelite mechanics that they're bringing for completely new story content or whatever. But what you'll do is you'll go through, I don't know, you probably just want to watch the announcement on it today, because I'll probably butcher it like really bad. But it sounds extremely interesting to me. The one thing I will talk about is, like, you get a house. Like, you get your own little Hitman place that you can customize and design and decide how would you want your place to be if you were a hitman, and then you can go on missions from there. You can go and start these new really cool missions that they're talking about. Like, this sounds pretty cool. Now, I think it is going to be the areas that we already have that are going to be used, in that game, which is completely fine, because then at least you'll have familiarity with it. But there are some drawbacks to that. If you take a piece of equipment with you and you die, it's gone. You have to buy it again. If you take consumables and you use them, they're gone. I mean, there is going to be more of a challenge-based focus to this content, which I think is freaking amazing. So they announced that over 50 million people are playing the Hitman series, 1, 2, and 3. Like, this is freaking great. Like, these games are phenomenal. Their next project is going to be the 007 game. Yeah, man, if you have not, like, seriously, if you've been living under a rock and you haven't played these Hitman games, now is your chance. They are coming to Game Pass. You'll be able to download that. Actually, if it's coming to Game Pass, chances are you'll probably be able to just start streaming it on any console and see if it's something you want to take advantage of. Now, this game looks phenomenal at native 4K on your Xbox Series X. On your Xbox Series S, you are getting it looks pretty. It looks like it's 1440p native. I'm not exactly sure, but it does run at 60 frames a second. And these guys are pretty good at doing that, so it probably is a native 1440p. It looks really sharp, really clean on here. I'm very happy with that. You'll get all these destinations, all of the 3 games, okay, that start back here in the ICA facility. Then you go to France, Sapienza, Marrakesh, Bangkok, Colorado, Hokkaido, Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay is really cool. That place looks really nice. Miami, Santa Fortuna, Mumbai, Whittleton Creek, Isle of Sagil or Segal or whatever, I don't know, New York, Haven Island, Dubai, Dartmoor, Berlin. Some of these new stages that they built are so freaking great. So freaking great. Argentina, Mendoza, and then the Caparican Mountains, gosh, dude, I can't read today. Carpathian Mountains. This freaking game is phenomenal. I'm so grateful that they are bringing this to Game Pass. So, with that said, let's talk a little bit about Game Pass. Game Pass is literally the best freaking value on the planet when it comes to games. There's no other service like it, and I don't think there will ever be another service like it again. Ubisoft Plus is probably the only one that comes the closest, but Ubisoft only does Ubisoft games. And you are getting third-party games in this. Like, this right here is one heck of a value. I paid $60 freaking dollars each for these games and DLC and all of that stuff. You're getting well over a $200 value put right into Game Pass for you on the 20th. And you will get to play all of this content and you're going to be able to... Like, this is great. Now, I know it's kind of late to the party, but, man, if you're sitting there and you haven't played these... Man, that's a good value. That's a really good value. If you've only played like the first one and you haven't bought like the other 2, you get all 3 games and you could start from the very beginning and work your way through. That's what I do every time a new one comes out. I'll just start at the very beginning and I'll just play through all of the missions in succession just to like get a full recap and like really get in there and like really get into it. It usually takes me... I think doing all of these again was like maybe like 2.5 days that I was able to just sit here and just play through these again once the third one came out at the first of the year. And that was, I mean, it's like it came out in January. January is always usually a slow month for games anyway, so it wasn't like I didn't have the time and being able to set time apart, to go ahead and do these. So I mean, you're at least a couple of days of solid gameplay if you download these and pick them up. So. Man, this is freaking awesome. And then you get Rainbow Six Extraction on the 20th as well. Like, we're eating pretty good for Game Pass here in January. So that's another win for Xbox in January for Game Pass. And yeah, dude, that's a really good start for the year. Really good start for the year, man. A new AAA game that's coming out day and date, and then another AAA game that's you're getting 3 of them. They're all upgraded for Xbox Series X and S. They have all the new features, and these games are freaking phenomenal. So, if you like this content, if you thought this was interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.